Maybe some fatigue there, Greg.
Harden. Heard so much chatter, but if you asked him, as he said, Ashley shot. First turnover of the night is courtesy of Cleveland. Harris, open look in transition. Harris going right at Mobley, holding his ground. Reload, Duren, off his foot, out of bounds.
Physical, that's the brand of basketball that Detroit wants to play on both ends of the floor.
It's actually a lot more that we're trying. Throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. That's physical. Cunningham, a triple-double. His second playoff triple-double came in Game 3. Outside, Robinson with 4 to shoot. It's a grenade for Cunningham, and he had the mismatch against Robinson. Puts the shoulder into his chest, catch and shoot. Harden. Cleveland shot the 3-ball pretty well by their own standards in Game 3. Harris working on Mitchell. The drive, the jumper is pure. For your regular or postseason. Harden, tough triple. That does ball. Harden scoops it up, finds his spot, takes his time, and knocks down a 3.
The defense getting a steal and an easy 3 for him in transition.
Shot it better from 3 in Game 3 as Duren takes.
He had a great mixture of shot attempts. It was to the rim, it was the floater, it was the off-the-ball threes, and then at late game.
In which he averaged his highest points per game since his days in Houston, where he was the league's leading scorer and essentially an unstoppable to win is what he's all about, and he has proven it over the last game and a half here. A knock away again, Dean Wade.
The way he shoots the basketball, Mobley saw it the whole way, and he meets that offensive player right.
3 for 5. Robinson, tough dribble up, and it's off the heel. And heavily physical defender, but they want the ISO for Harden. Creates the space, and he doesn't. Disjointed start offensively here for Detroit. Thompson going right into Mobley, had it knocked. And yep, full 24 on that shot clock as they will jump it up. I mean, look, he is Duncan and Robinson in one. So you would think that if anybody could collect a jump ball, it would be a combo of those. Detroit. Mitchell on the drive. Kick. It's Harden again for 3.
Finds his teammate, James Harden, the beard. No Clippers.
Guys, but they are bringing it to start this game early.
Yeah, actually, and that was a big deal for Kenny Atkinson. That continues on the defensive end. Steal from Harden. Oh, Jared Allen.
Defense, you create that turnover, get out and go.
The other thing that Kenny Atkinson, a 3-guard lineup could be interesting, but he listens to his coaching staff, and it was almost unanimous. No, we need Dennis as a Detroit 2 for 7 to start this game, and another turnover.
I'll tell you, Robbie, the activity on defense for Cleveland causing all kind of problems here at the start for the Pistons.
Mobley spin, and Mobley
is a good Evan Mobley for the Cavaliers early on, going right at.
About how you coach something like this with Asar Thompson, who is incredibly physical and incredibly aggressive on the defensive.
Get there, the aggressiveness, but a little too aggressive in some of these games, and that will have to sit.
LeVert
right in, and he doesn't waste any time getting it going.
Look at the seal inside. Jared.
From Jalen Duren. It's been a tough first 5 minutes of this game for him.
Already 14 fouls on Detroit. Harden came for 8, but they do have the 5 early turnovers that have led to 11 points. LeVert, the drive, and a reload for Harden. Now it's Mitchell against Duren. The switch, Harden, extra. Mobley attack on Duren. The long strides, and the tough finish. Just past the midway point of this first quarter. Duren the seal. Going right at Mobley. And he spins for 2.
Great footwork and finish.
Mitchell the cross. Mobley open. 3-ball up. The game is averaging just 10.4 so far in the playoffs this year. LeVert, another.
He's spraying it out to Tobias Harris. And then the relocation. Cade will find you if you're open. Harris looking.
Now Strus, hook it. Harden's been the aggressor. And he floats it up too strong. Rebound, poked around.
He is the 11 of their 18 points off of turnovers. 5 turnovers in this.
If you get them in the half court defensively, he likes their chances of going on lengthy runs. We've seen it through the season.
That turnaround jumper.
Allen looking to back him down on the other side. He lost it momentarily, and then
I love the rim run by Stewart, but I also love that he didn't put it on the floor. You got Schroeder, keep that thing high.
With that steal on the inbounds on Cade Cunningham in the 4th in Game 3. And that's a double dribble. James Harden trying to...
Before Jared Allen could come with the double team. So right now, the value...
Strus, Schroeder, and Tyson. Jenkins, bounce. Stewart really shuffled the feet. Had it! Now, Mitchell on LeVert. LeVert cut him off. Half the shot clock for LeVert. directing traffic, approaching 3 to play in the first. LeVert through the contact. 2 shot attempts so far for Mitchell, who was very aggressive early in the first quarter of game 3. He'll float it up. Long rebound, Jenkins. He'll push the pace.
He can fly.
Jenkins attacked right on Schroeder. He likes to chat.
Oh, yeah.
We've established.
He's not afraid to instigate.
No,
is he?
he's a loquacious defense by Stewart. Strus, 8 to shoot. He'll step into it. And it's
The staff coming into this game.
Cunningham working on Mitchell. He'll step back for 3. Points and assists and 2 steals. Schroeder a blow to the bucket.
When he puts the afterburners on, good luck stopping him. He read that perfectly. The turn down was absolutely the play there.
LeVert tees it up. Book it for coming in as a vet. Deep one off the mark for Mitchell, but a foul on the floor. Tyson go to the free throw line with Cleveland in the bonus. They have yet to commit a team. So Tyson at the line. He has seen his minutes go down a little bit from the regular season.
Throughout the course of this game.
Approaching 1 minute to play in the first. Cunningham step back. And Mobley swing. Strus on the outside. Off the screen. Couldn't turn the corner. And Schroeder can't touch it. Jenkins sidestep. Kick out. Jenkins. Extra goes to Holland. Off the heel for Donovan Mitchell. Couple of crosses. LeVert stayed with him, and LeVert mean mugs him. 1.2 seconds left in the first. Schroeder get it in. Mitchell gets it off. Oh. They now lead by 3. 14-point difference with LeVert on the court. Stays out there. Robinson, Cunningham, Duran, and Holland rounded out. Kick it out. Mitchell looking for his first points. Can't find it.
On that floater, but
The Detroit defense has stepped it up, and the foul's going to be called on Sam Merrill as he was battling for position.
particularly as a screener. How do you defend that? Cleveland having difficulty.
Surveys. Duran's going to attack right at Mobley. The slow
Battle, and maybe that jump starts his offense.
Merrill drive and kick. Open man is Mobley, and he's on target.
Off the bounce 3.
Still a lot of contact between Robinson and Merrill. Now Robinson will drive. He'll float, and he's fouled.
Robinson, and there's no help there, so Duran able to take his time, and that's starting to get going and needs to contribute inside for the Pistons.
Meanwhile, that's the second foul on Sam Merrill in the first 90 seconds. Game 1, missed the second half of game 1, missed game 2, and Kenny Atkinson felt like they missed his presence in the second half of game 1. And
that's certainly something to monitor here as this series goes on.
And the foul is going to be called on a number of games with hand, hamstring, ankle, and hip injuries. They went 15 and 15. Mitchell, kick it. Strus, open look. Hits a 3. 5 of 14 from 3. Detroit, efficient 4 of 8 to start this game. LeVert, tough one. Not good. His highest of this playoff run already with 12 points. Mobley had it stripped by Strus with space. Short on this 3. Thompson back on the floor with the 2 fouls. Duran, Robinson, Cunningham, and LeVert. LeVert, and he fight. Mitchell drive and kick. Strus on the attack. Floated inside, a little high for Evan Mobley, and a turnover. Oh. And then takes it right back. Strus taking off. Put the head down on Robinson. Outside Harden. Merrill, the open man, connects.
The Strus is loose with the juice in the fifth.
And finishes for his first bucket of the night. Mobley getting aggressive. Harden all day to tee it up.
From Mobley, and it leads to a wide open catch and shoot 3 for James Harden. That is a
second team foul against Detroit. Dean Wade and Schroeder. 8 turnovers in this first half for Detroit that have led to 13 Cavaliers. In particular, the team who has won that turnover battle has generally won the game. Another good look, and another hit.
Penetration, and Cleveland just making them pay from the 3-point line.
11 points, 4 assists for Harden, and then the strip-on swing. Merrill off the heel into the hands of Harris. Harris, love it in.
It's a tie game here.
They're leaving Merrill, and he can't make him pay this time.
Hasn't gotten the next.
Always talk about that math discrepancy. 3-point attempts way up for Cleveland. They force another turnover defensively from the outside. Schroeder will try another one. Weeks out a rebound. Wade couldn't squeeze it, and it's taken away by Harris. No real numbers. Cade doesn't care. He'll go right to work at Schroeder. Draws by.
It's only the fourth fast break point for Detroit, so I love that off that stop, Detroit was opportunistic.
But the 6 second-half turnovers really plagued his team down the stretch, and he took full accountability for it post-game. Schroeder gets it right back to him. 6 to shoot. Hook it inside. Good catch in traffic for Thompson. Nearly traveled, then he threw it away. So J.B. Bickerstaff understanding that Caris LeVert was the biggest difference in the past the midway point of the second. Schroeder had it knocked away. Picked clean by Harris on the fast break. LeVert, that was awkward, but it was effective.
A guard against active hands there. I believe Tobias Harris. He gets a piece.
Cleveland during the early post, and he was surrounded and hit. Now it's Harris against Harden. We're going to back him down with 5 to shoot. Cross, drive. Harris at a back up by 4. Over 5 minutes to play in the second, and a tightly contested 2 apiece. 8 p.m. Eastern time. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the. Glad that you feel so comfortable with us that every day feels like Sunday. LeVert on the drive.
Isaiah Stewart, his second, Kings 4.
Trying to go 2-man game. It was knocked away into the hands of Harden. Strus back on the floor, attacking on LeVert, and
Great defensive effort there from Caris LeVert.
he's got a game-high 14 off the bench. Tobias.
Playoffs, he was 6 of 31 from 3. That was 19%. And coming into the
So far for Tobias Harris. Harden into the paint, and he just finds a.
He's feeling confident, getting downhill to that left hand, and so hard to defend.
Of game 3, it was Paul Reed who came in and provided a huge lift. And when Reed is actually the perfect player for them because of that energy that he provides. But when they're playing either even, close, or slightly ahead. Now he has to guard Cunningham. Cunningham elbow J.
Efficient in the mid-range off the bounce.
Pocket pass, Mobley kick it out. Mitchell 3. Bullseye. Duran tried to post up. Now they got the switch with Strus. Harris step through, floats it up, and gets.
And getting whatever he wants.
Strus 3. Rebound Allen. Second chance Cleveland. Allen through the.
Reed gets in the paint there, leaving Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
Yeah,
Phoenix, you in the corner could be lethal.
You know what? I appreciate you, Noah.
See, I'm a good teammate, Robbie.
Don't let Robbie.
Cunningham the ball fake. Size advantage with Mitchell. He wants to go to work. Over the double team. Cunningham, no. Rebound LeVert. 10 to shoot for Cunningham. Working on Mitchell. Cunningham fend off. The cross. The kick. LeVert.
Rebounds on that possession. Eventually one's going to go. Caris LeVert willing to do it.
Mitchell has
Experience at drawing fouls and getting to the line.
There you go, Wheaties over Michael's secret stuff for LeVert.
Lineup right there. Those two.
That's about as big as it gets.
That's the varsity right there, Augusta.
The varsity? Now, come on, we only have varsity. We'll pick up the foul, which will be free throws now for Detroit. Just their 4th and 5th attempts of the night. 6 second-half turnovers in game 3.
And you appreciate the effort there. Strus picking up, but
Cade shots. He took 27 in game 3. He's been a volume guy and has needed to be so.
Bounce it Mobley to the corner for Mitchell. Shimmy shake and had it knocked away. Tried to scoop it back up. A lot of contact.
now Cleveland has taken 25 three-pointers. Not a lot of paint opportunities for them as a result.
Harris will drive and finish.
Well on his way again tonight. What a performance in these playoffs for Tobias Harris.
Bounce it. The cutters Mobley. 8 seconds left in the second. Cunningham with 3 seconds. Cunningham puts Mitchell to the deck, puts it up.
In one possession. He said it is a possessions game, so we have to value each one. For Donovan, he just agrees, so hopefully he gets it started here to go in this second half.
Well, especially early in the clock, as Robbie pointed in Germany, where it's just go, go, go. They want that. Now Harden got off to that quick start. He's got 15 points and 6 assists, and there is Mitchell with it to the night. Duran on the outside, 3 for 7 shooting.
Been an offensive rebound. Now Cleveland with the early offense.
And right on cue, it is Mitchell getting into the paint. And
Right through here. All the eyes on James Harden. There's Mitchell getting that little float.
through to start this third quarter, coming off his 35-point, 10-rebound game 3. 14 of 17 at the line. Detroit just 4 of 5. Cunningham forcing the issue. Early fouls. Good ball movement around. Mitchell with a good look. Bottom.
But they recognize the hot hand, feed their superstar, and he delivered.
Into double figures here early in the second half.
Cunningham three. Set 2 minutes into this third quarter. Harden on the drive. Leaves it. Allen for the deuce to the night. Robinson, and a foul's going to be called on Mitchell. Got tangled up. Was down. It's going to be a foul going the other way on Harris, or is it going to be on Durant? Steph said. First half we saw Isaiah Stewart. Same deal in game 3. But Paul Reed's bounce it. Wade. Reed is there. 7 to shoot. Wade lost it. Reed's on the deck.
Pack there. Just activity causing some disruption there. And
really play at a high level in game 3 in this building. Cunningham the cutter. Goes to Thompson. Underneath. Block. 8 points already in the third. Mitchell will tee it up again and knocks it. Let it run. Cunningham drive. And Wade swing. The ball fake. Mobley outside. Harden 3-ball. Cavs with their large
superpower, and he's achieving it.
The scoring is not necessarily a concern. He affects the game other ways. But
Think about some of his early baskets where Detroit gifted him some looks. And once you got a guy like this.
Allen stayed with him. Jenkins now on the floor with 4 to shoot. Cross on Mitchell. Jenkins balls!
And Mitchell, you said it best. Seeing that ball go through the basket early, he is in a rhythm. Similar to the first game, or the game 3. Cleveland up 7.
In rhythm to start this third quarter. Already with 14 since the half. That's a tough 3.
You talk so much about Detroit's offensive rebounding, but Cleveland actually in the playoffs leads.
Harden in the corner. They're letting Allen hear it. And Allen will reward. Harris drive. Harris can't stop. Get it in for Reed. Now Mobley looking to cash it in. LeVert with the good hands. Mitchell, drive past Jenkins. Spin around LeVert and fast. Allen gambles. Reed, the swipe.
Two hands on Jared Allen.
Mitchell says, I'll go right back at him for 2. It goes back to the Energizer Bunny that he's been coming off the bench. Mitchell is fast.
From a 3-point field goal to a 2-point field goal.
If you heard that, it'll be 76 to 60. Was serenaded by the MVP chants. He has made Cleveland home. 10-point lead after being down by 4 at the break. Detroit had played their best basketball and still had a 4-point cushion as LeVert got Schroeder in the air.
Harris, LeVert, right there, got to the middle, just in the mid-range.
LeVert played here in Cleveland for 3 years under J.B. Bickerstaff. Harris. Mitchell the cross, the drive, the float, gets the roll. Assisted on all 28 in this third quarter for Cleveland. Robinson and a foul.
Mitchell now struggling, and really the only way to stop him is to give him a breather.
LeVert off the screen. LeVert attack mode, banks it in. Harden drive, kick, Merrill 3. Not. It's Reed working against Allen. Reed right to the basket, and Reed has Schroeder off the screen. Jenkins, good recovery defensively. Merrill, tough 3. And he's shooting. They'll get it to him again. Reed spins on Merrill, and he's fouled.
And in, providing a lift when it looked like these Pistons were dead in the water here this third quarter.
Paul Reed was one of the last guys in the gym. I'm not kidding. The buses had come and gone. Paul was dripping in sweat after running.
J.B. Bickerstaff called him one of the hardest workers he's ever been around. He's going to need every ounce of that. He's Harden to eventually get on the board in this series. But Reed's going to get...
Team, they don't get rattled at all. And we've seen that plenty of times here in this postseason.
The 5 for Kenny Atkinson out of the timeout. And it's going to be a foul on Robinson as he was...
1 point from the free throw line. 0 for 1 from the field.
Cleveland staying attacked.
Game the other way. Detroit with the advantage. LeVert on the drive. Finds the space. Shovel inside. And pump, drive, kick. Extra. Harden, 9 to shoot. Harden floats it up. Doesn't get the... So Mobley, who really struggled from the free throw line in game 3 after Wembanyama ejected on the flagrant 2 with the elbow to Naj Reid last night in game 4, all even at 2. Cunningham had it poked initially, and that was an 8-second call. When Strus knocked it back. But the officials disagreed. Pick and pop, it's Merrill. Up, Reid comes down, back outside. Good luck for Duncan Robinson. His 3 cashes home.
Robinson wide open.
Harden's response is there. Reid's open, pump and drive. Mobley recovers. Oh, he tried to bounce it. Somehow Jenkins got there. Harden with 4 to shoot. Bounce it. Schroeder's going to have to get it off. He does, and he banks it in. Ready now for Detroit. Jenkins off the screen. Jenkins all the way, and Reid cuts to the rim on the reject. Switch with Robinson. Harden, shimmy shake, step back 3.
Feet
Robinson.
closing the gap there. The question is, did he get his arm and look down on that attempt there? Robinson called for that foul.
With Mitchell just 4 points at halftime. He has 21 in this third quarter. Harden now has 20. Left in the third. Jenkins puts the head down, floats it up. No, tip in goes. Reid pass, length of the floor. Wade goes up high. Oh, Wade hits the here in the fourth. Merrill drives baseline, 7 to shoot, caught there. Mitchell was hot, and he comes up.
They have to feel good about that, if anything. And of course, Reid and
as a bounce back here tonight in a quarter that he has owned for a lot of the playoffs. That's a tough level. Bounce it for Strus. Will attack inside. Mobley the finish. Second chance. Cunningham can't hit the 3. Long rebound. Mitchell has it. Mitchell attacks. The swipe. The finish. And we're 11 in it. Cunningham will drive. Inside Reid, and he's fouled.
What a second half he's had.
I'm not sure how you defend that windmill pickup. I mean, it's
24-11. This is what the dream looked like when they acquired the beard. Cunningham
couldn't have missed that shot. I liked him being aggressive, getting downhill.
Strus, hook it, Merrill, drive it, regain it. Duran post up.
Here, he is putting on a show here.
It feels like a concert.
Right now, it's Mobley will try it. 5 in the second half. Harris nearly traveled, kept that foot down. Now he'll back down on Mitchell. Harris, 14 points.
That's just tough physical defense from Donovan Mitchell.
Couldn't bank it in, but he's fouled.
Waiting for the second half to take over.
Would be a game 7 TBD. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com.
Well, now he's moving to a tie for 17th with Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and Kawhi.
He wants more. Oh, he might have hurt Thompson. And he might have hurt some feelings of that.
Mitchell just continues to put pressure on this defense.
Now Harden's going to check back in. Merrill will sit. You know, Kenny Atkinson had his team set of eyes, let's say, a consultant as a part of his staff. Vincent Collet, who is the French team, looked like they were down and out. In fact, when they lost towards the end of group play and nearly were eliminated before that knockout stage, as took the U.S. all the way down to the final moments when Steph Curry went nuts with 3 straight threes. Mitchell comes
more time in Paris. I mean, my right guard went left.
No question. Oh. Detroit lock in on this end where they've been so good all year. Strus, quick trigger. Backing down on LeVert. LeVert's been excellent tonight, and Duran comes over for the block. Then a strip by Harris, scooped up by Thompson. Numbers the other way. Cunningham will load it up, and he's sticking to battle, trying to take their chance and get a 3-1 lead in this series, Game 5 on Wednesday. Harden guarded closely by Cunningham, steps up. Wade 2 to shoot. Wade on the drive, and Wade got it off, but he comes up well short. Cleveland's largest lead was 21 earlier in the quarter. It's a 7-0, staying in front. Cunningham with some more space. Oh, inside. Duren wasn't ready for it. He was wide open. Fend off by Harden. And a foul on Cunningham.
I think you said it best. Just a total missed opportunity on what would have been a surefire dunk if he catches that.
Mitchell. Allen looking to attack on LeVert. Spray it out. Mitchell over the top. And they're going to
Offensive possession right there. Get the ball to Mitchell. Just so.
Third 30th year of the WNBA, off to a roaring start. Great matchup in our first game on NBC on
Mobley was guarding Thompson, so he was able to sort of zone things up. Defense
6% from three for the Pistons. Meanwhile, Harris just 14 points after that roaring start in the first half. Cunningham is accepting the defensive challenge. Mitchell step back, raindrops. A complete spider explosion as Thompson.
You're right.
Allen, shovel, Mitchell again. Is knocked away by Allen. 7 is shooting out for Harris. Dancing on Mobley. Harris drive. Harris is fouled.
His performance. I mean, I've seen a lot of playoff games. I don't know if I've seen a half quite like this.
Late second quarter, and then the early cut, and another dribble drive for an and one, and now it's
touching earth. He's got shots that aren't even hitting rim. Right now, he is locked in. Thompson. 12 to shoot now for Cunningham off the screen.
To finish the play with a block out. Gets it done, closing it down.
Schroeder drive. Oh, the new look! Schroeder hits the deck. Mitchell keeps the dribble alive. Oh, that's way deep! Yeah. Bounce it for Harris. On the attack. Harris over the top. Couldn't finish.
Really just giving an advantage play there for Detroit.
Mitchell is fouled. Cunningham. Mitchell with his 8th playoff 40-point game.
So much playoff basketball. Can you remember a time where a star player struggled the way that Mitchell did in the first and then to...
you know what? Yes.
That's what your take was from that question.
I saw our very own. You ever see Jordan go off in the second half? And I said, yeah. And he said, watch.
And is on the brink of NBA history because Donovan Mitchell has 38 points in the second half. The play, Donovan Mitchell leading the way. Looking for the capper. Instead, it's outside, and it's Strus. Sasser is in the game. He'll let it fly. He'll knock it down. Because you said that when you were at Purdue, you had walk-ons that used to say that, and then you didn't believe it.
I didn't buy it.
Mitchell. Sasser bounce it. Paul Reed. Platoon swap coming next dead ball for Cleveland. Harden dance. Off the heel. Much confidence after the 2 wins at home. We've got the NBA Showtime. This main crew for Cleveland getting their proper round of applause. 38 of them coming in the second half as Porter throws it away and Reed with the cookies and milk. Of course, maybe another turnover? No, it's going to be out of bounds. Stay with Cleveland. I mean, this is...
Again here, a lazy pass from Craig Porter Jr. and Kenny Atkinson going to fire up the troops here. He's not
home cooking, which they've been so...
Oh my goodness.
That's another turnover. And Sasser with 18-2. Extended over the last 3.5 minutes. But again, you just think of Mitchell, Harden, Mobley, Merrill will all make their way out there in the final 49.7 seconds. They threw it away. Now Mitchell trying to circle around, and Mitchell takes it all the way. He missed it. Mobley to follow. Mitchell is going to be fouled.
Just wanted it more than everybody else on the floor. Goes back up with the putback dunk. And
points. Company at the top of that list.
I blame that on Robbie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
15.9 seconds remaining. Harden with a tough catch. And the jump ball is called with 13. We'll get it up quickly. 10 seconds left. Sasser will put up a three off the heel.
The series are going to have to get a win in Detroit.
They're going to move to 6-0 here at home in the playoffs as Reed won't